The chilling revelation began with a conversation that felt like a dagger piercing to the fabric of my once stable life. I had been married to Sarah for 4 years. Our relationship, while lacking the spark that once ignited our passion, seemed comfortable enough. We shared a modest home filled with memories, a cat named Milo who brought us both joy, and the routines that define our everyday existence. However, as time went on, I began to notice subtle signs of discontent. Sarah, a marketing executive, started to spend more time away from home. She often claimed it was due to work commitments or mysterious weekend getaways with friends I barely knew, leaving me feeling increasingly isolated and suspicious. One fateful night, a blend of curiosity and dread compelled me to approach our bedroom. What I overheard shattered my perception of our life together. Sarah was on the phone, her laughter ringing out like a cruel bell, starkly contrasting with the quiet moments we had once shared. "You need to make my husband pay for our date," she said, her tone dripping with teasing malice. The man on the other end chuckled. "But I'm much richer than him, babe. It's no problem." My heart sank further as I listened to her next words. "It's not about the money. It's about humiliating him. We love watching him suffer. This will be devastating." In that moment, the weight of her betrayal crushed me. I realized that this was not merely an affair. It was a calculated and malicious attempt to dismantle my dignity and self-worth. A whirlwind of emotions engulfed me. Rage surged through my veins, confusion clouded my thoughts, an overwhelming sense of betrayal settled in my heart. I lay beside her that night, wrestling with the haunting question of why she had chosen this path. Had I become too predictable, too mundane? Was I somehow to blame for her actions? But her own words echoed relentlessly in my mind. "We love watching him suffer." This was not simply about my shortcomings as a husband. It was about her twisted desire for control and power over me. Determined to reclaim my narrative and confront the truth, I began gathering evidence of her infidelity. I meticulously scrutinized our bank statements, uncovering a series of suspicious cash withdrawals that revealed Sarah was funding her escapades with my money. I also accessed her phone, where I documented explicit messages and call logs with her lover, Oliver. The texts were laced with cruelty, mocking my oblivion and the life we had built together. I saved every piece of evidence, knowing that it would serve a greater purpose. To escalate my plan for justice, I enlisted the help of Max, a popular YouTuber known for exposing unfaithful partners. After sharing my agonizing story and the substantial evidence I collected, he expressed enthusiasm about making it the centerpiece of his next video. Together, we meticulously planned the release, aiming to unveil Sarah's deception at the most impactful moment for maximum effect. When a video titled, "Exposing a Cheating Wife Secretly Plots Revenge Against Her Own Husband," went live, the public reaction was swift and savage. Hundreds of thousands of views flooded in, exposing the depths of Sarah's betrayal to the world. I was ready when she returned home that day, her face drained of color and disbelief etched across her features as she clutched her phone. "You did this," she accused, her voice trembling with a mixture of anger and fear. I simply replied, "I exposed the truth." Her carefully constructed facade crumbled as the reality of her actions became undeniably clear. The comments on the video were merciless, and within 48 hours, Sarah's world began to unravel. Friends she once considered close turned against her. Her family distanced themselves in shame, and her professional reputation, once built on charm and charisma, was now tarnished irreparably. Even Oliver, her wealthy lover, vanished from her life, leaving her isolated and desperate. On the third night following the video's release, I found her in the living room, visibly broken and vulnerable. For the first time, I saw fear in her eyes, a reflection of the chaos she had wrought. As she offered a frail explanation for her actions, I realized that she had never truly loved me the way I had loved her. When I asked if she felt guilty, her tears spoke volumes, confirming that she understood the weight of her choices and the pain she had inflicted. The next day, I filed for divorce. Sarah accepted it without resistance, her tears a testament to her shattered reality. I left our home without looking back, finally free from the chains of betrayal that had bound me for so long. Months passed, and I began the arduous process of rebuilding my life. I received a promotion at work, reconnected with friends who value me for who I was, and cautiously began dating again, allowing myself to open up to the possibility of love once more. Sarah faded into the background of my life, her attempts to escape the shame of her choices proving fruitless. I often wondered if she felt remorse, but ultimately, it no longer mattered. I had reclaimed my life and my happiness. This experience taught me that revenge is not always about destruction or vengeance. It's about regaining control over one's own life and narrative. Sometimes, the most powerful act of revenge is simply to walk away, allowing others to face the consequences of their actions. Sarah aimed to ruin me, but ended up destroying herself in the process, while I emerged not only unscathed but thriving. As I reflect on this tumultuous chapter of my life, I am left pondering the nature of justice and whether my actions were justified. Did I go too far in my quest for truth and closure? I invite you to share your thoughts and perspectives on this complex situation. Your insights are valuable, and I appreciate your engagement in this discussion as we explore the intricacies of human relationships and the choices we make. Thank you for being a part of this journey.